Hello friends, welcome to Vardhan Consulting Engineers internship program. This whole video session is for marketing analyst internship. From past 2-3 years we got a lot of requests to start a marketing internship program so that the people will understand that what actually marketing means, how to market a product, what is marketing strategies, okay? And there are so many misconceptions floating inside the market related to marketing. People think that marketing is door-to-door campaigning. You need to be street smart. There are so many misconceptions are there that we are going to solve during this internship program. Okay, so let's check what are the specifics about this program. So this marketing internship program is all those students who are interested in marketing management domain. This is also this program is also open for professionals or pass out students who want to develop their marketing skills, because marketing is not a department. The marketing is not uh, a unit that need to be there in a company. Marketing is for everything. As a uh, as an intern, as a employee, as an individual also, you need to market yourself to get a good job. So marketing is everywhere. There is not just a corporate marketing or something else. So whatever the theories, whatever the tricks, whatever the strategies you learn here, that you can apply to yourself also. And when you apply it to yourself, definitely you will get a lot of new ideas, a lot of things to how to market. So at the end of this internship, when you finish all the 4 modules with the 4 tasks, you need to complete, you need to make a final corporate format report in one of these 3 projects. So first project is use of corporate communication and relationship management for effective marketing strategy. Second project is detailed methodology to create an effective marketing strategy. And third project is detailed marketing plan for VC. VC means Vardhan Consulting Engineers, expansion in your city or state. Okay. So these are the 3 projects that where you need to do a lot of research and make a report. And this whole internship will be done online. It's a work from home internship, and you will get full mentor support with audio doubt clearing session, video sessions, and a lot of live sessions also there. Yes, after completion of this internship, you will definitely get e-verified certificates and letter of recommendation if you are uh, your mentor want to recommend you. Okay, so before we go ahead and talk about the different components of marketing and all, let me talk about let's talk about what is the fundamental of marketing. Okay, so let's talk about the fundamental of marketing. So before we talk about what actually the marketing management is, let's talk about what are the wrong interpretations of marketing. Okay, in the market there are so many wrong interpretations going on. The first one and the foremost is selling of product. People think that this is a product, you need to sell it to the market, and that is called marketing. Sell the product and you are a marketing manager. That's wrong. That's wrong interpretation. Second thing is spreading lies. So a lot of student thinks that if selling of the product is marketing, means we need to say a lot of lies. बहुत झूठ बोलना पड़ेगा. We need to talk a lot of need to explain about a lot of features about that project that is not actually available in the product. Okay, that is also lie. There is no need to tell anything lie about the project. The third wrong interpretation is you should speak in English. So mm, if you want to pursue a career in marketing, you should be very good in English. If you don't have English, then how you can do marketing? But trust me, marketing is the whole idea behind the marketing is to market the product to the consumers, to the clients, right? So it is more important to know the language what the consumer and the client is talking, rather than to knowing a foreign language. So if English is a foreign language and the consumer are talking is Hindi, Bengali or any other language, so it's better to know that language also. It's very important. So it's not a very mandate kind of thing that you should know English also. Okay. The fourth, and it's very important, that if you are working in a marketing, you need to send spams, right? You just send a lot of email, bulk emails, you send a lot of messages, WhatsApp, SMS, just send it to millions of people, and then that's it. Your marketing is going on very nice. That is a wrong interpretation of marketing. Okay. Fifth one is reaching customer. So suppose the moment I give you a product and I told you talk to your contact, talk to your all your people whom you know. Usually one guy will know about 10, 20, 30, maybe 50 people. That's it. So what happened that since they have a wrong interpretation of marketing, they start calling them. They start messaging them. Okay, I have a product. I'm an insurance agent. Can you want to take insurance? Blah blah blah. Then all their friends become their enemy and they don't start. They stop taking their phones. So just reaching customer anyhow, it is not marketing. Okay. The sixth one is social media presence. People think, oh, you want to do marketing? Make a Facebook page, make a LinkedIn page, make a Twitter page, make a website, and that's it. Just make all these things, put some content, and that's it. Marketing is done. Of course not. That is also not just marketing. So your presence in social media doesn't mean that you are doing the marketing. Okay. The seventh one is managing large campaigns. So if you want to market, there is big rally going on. You sponsor that rally, that's it. Ho gaya. Marketing is done. No. Just be present in a large campaign may help you in some few days, few months. But that is not a large campaign or one-time event. This cannot be a marketing overall. Okay. So the eighth one is advertisement. People think that, oh, marketing means ad. Put ad here, put ad there, this, that. Yes, ad helps in marketing, but advertisement is not only the marketing. Okay. So, and the last one is street smartness. A lot of people think that, oh, you the marketing ka banda hai yaar, he is from marketing background, he is very much street smart. He can talk a lot of means he can talk bullshit. Okay. So marketing is not about talking bullshit. So please, street smartness won't work. Okay. Try to understand. Street smartness is not gonna work. So we find out there are so many wrong interpretations related to marketing. People want to do marketing, or people don't want to do marketing, or people are fed up of doing marketing because they think that marketing are these things. But in actual manner, let me explain you what exactly the marketing is. Okay, so the marketing management is kind of a cloud, big cloud, black cloud, which is we need to form that kind of cloud just above the target market, and this cloud will shower, give the rains to the target market, right? In terms of corporate communication, relationship management, marketing strategies that we will discuss later on, business development tool. These are the tools they have to rain on the target market. They are not raining on one particular point, they are raining on the whole target market, right? So they will use all those tricks, all those tools related to corporate communication, related to relationship management, related to marketing strategies, related to business development tools, to create rain, to rain all these things on the target market. So when all these things rain on the target market, definitely target market will react to all this marketing what's going on, right? When the target market see so much of marketing going on, okay, then that market create a demand bubble. There is a demand bubble will be created, and that bubble is temporary. You cannot just one time you do the marketing and demand bubble is always there. No, because somebody else will fulfill that demand if you are not able to, right? So the sales team need to fulfill that demand. When the demand bubble create, your sales team should be ready to fulfill that demand. That's why when a lot of big brands like Tata Geo, Tata Nano and other, when the big brands to do a lot of marketing, so they have the sales team ready to fulfill that demand. So marketing management, the main motto of marketing management is to create the demand which the sales team will fill. That is a simple one liner for the marketing. Okay, so in terms of Tata Nano, the demand was created, but the sales team cannot fill because of some issues in the factory. Okay, so that is the thing, that is the basic fundamentals of marketing. Okay, so anybody who have very rational thinking, who can think, who can strategize the marketing, they can be a very good marketing managers. You don't need to be a very good smart in English or street smart or very talk active to become a marketing. It is absolutely not correct. Okay guys, so this is the initial introduction. Let's talk about next first session of marketing analyst internship, that is corporate communications. Okay, so whenever we talk about marketing, so before we sell the product and all, the first thing that is needed to be known related to any brand, related to any company, and related to yourself also, if you are trying to market yourself, which is corporate communication. Okay, communication means interaction, talking, right? Orchestrating about yourself. Okay, so let's talk about that. Corporate communication this is the basic definition. I find it from internet, I just put it here. Corporate communication is the set of activities involved in managing and orchestrating all the internal and external communication aimed at creating a favorable point of view among the stakeholders on which the company depends. It means corporate communication are those activities which is so that you can manage all kind of communication internally, externally, so that the point of view of majority of the people who are connected to the company should be very much favorable. That is called corporate communication. Okay, what are the different component of corporate communication? The first component is corporate branding, in which company communicate to the people, company communicate to the internal employees, to the external communication related to the reputation, related to crisis. Like suppose anything good happened in the company do the corporate communication related to the reputation of the company, which is something happened, then yes, it is the matter of reputation, put something in the communication, communicate with the people related to this. If there is some crisis happened, there is a big flood is happening in Gujarat, and I have a very big factory there or something, so we need to communicate to the public that we are available for that crisis, we are there to help people. Okay, third thing is the credibility, how credible is the company is, so they communicate about the credibility. Fourth thing is responsibility, is there is anything responsible. Okay, if something happened in the company, some guys died, some have something happened to somebody's families, so company should be take the responsibility of their kids and all. Okay, so all this communication company do, like related to ethics, related to trustworthiness, right? So company don't want to communicate anything which is damaging somebody's sentiments related to one um, community or one religion or something like that. Okay, second component of communication is corporate communication is internal employee communication. Okay, internal employees. So if you have a company and you have 50 people working for you, so your employee, the company internal communication should be very much fair, clear. All the employees should know what is the regulations, what is the policies of the company, what are their rights as an employee, how the job satisfaction matters to the company, their job satisfaction means what kind of feedback the employee is giving, how the feedback is going to solve. So this communication need to be done always. Performance of the employee, valuability, how much employee is the valuable to the company, and the happiness of the company. So employees need to know that whatever they are doing, right, the company is always being communicated, the management is being communicated whatever the employees are doing, and the management should know that whatever they are deciding, whatever they are thinking for the company people need to understand, need to get the communication. ऐसा नहीं हो कि management is doing something great and most of the company is unaware of that. So that internal employee communication is very important. The third is external communication. External means anything which is not inside the company to the external parties. The first party who is external, who is always looking at you, is the media, right? So whatever you want to communicate, you communicate to the media as a spokesperson or something. Second, people who are more aware, who want to be aware about what is going on in the company, is your clients. Thirds are customers, users. B2B means business to business. If somebody else is doing, somebody else business is connected to your business, so it's like B2B relation. Okay, so these people also want to know what's going on and all these communications. Then the investors, and then the public. Whatever the company is doing, the public should be aware of. So these are the main components of corporate communication. Okay, and you understand what is the basic definition of corporate communication. First thing, one thing I want to tell you, all of you guys here, that whenever we talk about corporate communication, it is a communication between corporates. It is not a communication of the person or the communication related to the chairman of the company or any. So the narrative should be built so that the whole company talk the way the corporate communication dictates them. It's not like that the employees are communicating a different thing about the company, management is communicating a different thing about the company, and the PR team of the company is communicating something else. So whole and set idea, the narrative should be very much same, and it always help. Okay. Now let's talk about what are the ways of communication, how you can improve those ways, right? The first thing is the verbal communication, verbal spokesperson, right? C-level, business, board of directors, team leaders. So if you are a team leader, if you are in board of directors, you are a spokesperson to the company, okay, or if you are any employee and you are managing a team, okay, when you verbally communicate with somebody, try to speak only with facts and figures. Don't try to speak anything stereotyping. You cannot just say Bengalis are like that or Bihari people are like that. South Indians. Never ever stereotype. Never. Don't use that. Everybody is equal. Everybody is same and blah blah. No bullshit. Right? Sorry, I use this word, but don't talk anything which is nonsense, that is not connected with anything related to the corporate. See, as a person, maybe you can have a lot of friends, you can talk a lot of jokes and all, but as a corporate communicator, as a communicating to the team, it should be focused. Okay, no big promises. That is, a lot of people do a lot of mistake, that they promise a lot of big things. Acha, aisa ho jayega, so that time when they are promising that we will give you so much of bonus, we will give you so much of this, they think that okay, they are promising so much, so that they are promising so much, it means when that thing happen, we will do, or we will think about it. But eventually that day come, right? That day come and they will ask, sir, aapne, you have told me that in that meeting that we will give me so much, this is, where is that? And that time you cannot just roll back. Okay, be optimistic, never talk negative things, because never talk negative things, talk positive things. This gives you more good response, and it will always give the team a heads up. And the last, even though you don't have any time, even though you are very busy, even though you don't want to answer anybody's queries, but still give them the time to ask queries. Give them the time. Tell them, okay, you have any queries, please ask. That is a good way of corporate communication. Okay. Email, written communication. Whenever you write to somebody, use soft, light language. Okay. Emails are not verbal. It's a non-verbal, right? It's not verbal. So you can, if you since you are not talking, you are just writing. So that whatever you write, it can be used against your company or against you as an evidence, right? Avoid long emails. A lot of people write lots of long email, 1 page, 2 pages. No, write short emails and respond swiftly to the point. Some people think that they let the email comes gather like piled up for 1 week, and then at the end of the week in Friday I will reply. That is not a good sign. Third thing is non-verbal communication. Whenever you meet with people, whenever you talk to the people, non-verbal, when you are not writing anything, you are not saying any word, just facial expressions, gestures, body language, that these are called non-verbal. So never ever give any overreacting expressions. Always give a flat reaction. That is very good in terms of corporate communication. Okay, so these are the ways to do effective corporate communication. One thing I would like to clear at this point of time: marketing management is something that is very huge, is vast syllabus, is a vast thing, right? No matter how much we can try to try to cover in this whole internship program, no matter how much experience I have, this is always less than a lot of people. A lot of people can say that, oh, what he is talking about is not so much interesting, it's just a basics. Yes, of course it's basic. Okay, so we tried our best to improve the basics of our interns. Okay, so I'm not saying that if you did this internship program you will be expert in marketing management, but you will have a track to become expert. Okay, so if you know more than us, if you know more than what we are talking about, you can leave this course, but uh, it's better if you finish this whole marketing internship. Then it will definitely help to become a very good marketing manager and market a lot of products. So now since you understand what is corporate communication and what is the ways of corporate communication, how this corporate communication help in terms of marketing of any product or services. Okay, so if a company where the corporate communication of that company or that organization or that brand is well maintained, since it's well maintained, then it is always help to market a product for that company, because the moment you launch a new product, because the corporate communication is already set, it will create huge transparency for that product. Huge transparency. People know, okay, we know this company, okay, this is a new product and blah blah blah. Second thing is understanding. They will try to understand your product more because they are well aware about the corporate communications coming through the company. Third thing is feedbacks. Suppose a big company launch a new product and the people don't like, or they don't like something, you can get the easy feedback because people are getting communicated with you. Easy feedback, and then yes, you just change it, edit it, something. Awareness. People get aware about new things. Okay, when they aware, they get the feedbacks, they understand the project, and the things are very quite transparent, then it can create the demand. And that is what uh, a marketing manager person needs, like creating a demand. Okay, so this is about the corporate communication. That is the first session of VC internship. When you finish this first session, you need to complete the smart task 1. Okay, that is already there in the in our smart task folder. Please take that smart task 1, finish that smart task 1, and then you can go ahead with the second session, that is relationship management. Okay, now whenever we are talking about marketing analysts in internships, relationship management, we are not talking about personal relations, right? A lot of people think as a relationship management, it means it's a personal relation, like boy to boy relation, boy to girl relation, friendship and all. We are not talking about that. That is something personal. We are talking about maintaining corporate relationship. How to maintain corporate relationship, that we are talking about, and that is very important. But the only thing is maintaining corporate relationship and maintaining personal relationship are quite different. It is not 100% same. Okay, so let's talk about relationship management, and let's figure out how relationship management is helping any corporate, is helping any company to market their product. The basic definition is the relationship management is the strategy of maintaining a positive engagement with the audience. It's different from maintaining connections. It's different from friendship or blood relationship. It's the action of maintaining corporate relations. The thing I just, and I want to explain that how it is different from maintaining connections. See, as a corporate, a lot of people have a lot of connections. Everybody have a lot of connections, right? Connections. You are connected with them, they are connected with you. But that doesn't mean that you maintain the connections, but doesn't mean that you are maintaining a good relation with them. Okay, so it's different than maintaining connection. It is maintaining relationship, corporate relationship. Whatever the relationship a corporate have, the first and the foremost is user. Nowadays so many startups are there, so startups always have a lot of users. Okay, so how you are maintaining your relationship with the user, how much user is liking you, how much is the user liking your platform, that is the most important thing. That's the first and foremost. User should like your platform, user should like your feedback theory and all these things. So you need to maintain a very healthy relation with the users. Okay, second thing is customer and client relationship. Sometimes your platform don't have a users, it's not a user base, it's a customer client base. Okay, so you need to maintain a very good relation with your customers and the client. That always help. Okay, investor relations. There are a lot of people who invested in your company as a promoter, as a investor or something. So you also need to maintain good relation with the investor, because you need to have more money. B2B relations, yes, that is also very important. B2B means those company whose their business is connected with your business, or your business connected with their business, like business to business relation. Okay, that is also important. Fifth, okay, and also very important, employee management relation. The relation between the management and the employees of a company should be well defined and should be well managed. Okay, so now you know what kind of relations that a corporate have, and how to maintain a good relationship. That is the key. That is the key. That is the thing we all need to think about. The first thing to maintain a good relationship is be connected. Be connected means you should have their email IDs, you should have their numbers, your address to them, their address to you. You need to be connected. So whenever you want to talk to them, you want to send them email, you should have things handy. It's not like that we need to search for him, we need to find him. Then what kind of relation you are maintaining if you are not connected with him? So if you want to maintain a good relation with somebody, be connected. Talk to, be connected and talk to like connection should be there, right? All the be connected with them on LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever platform you have. Be connected, especially on the professional platforms. Second thing is be informed and keep informed. What does that mean? That whatever happening to that company, client, investors, employee, you should be informed about them and keep them informed. What is happening to your company? You send them newsletters, you send the news, so that they should also be informed about what's happening. So you need to be informed about them, and you need to keep informed about yourself. This is also a good way of maintaining relationship. Third thing is, and where it's very much lacking in India right now, is like when we want to maintain a good relationship corporate wise, we need to be in their good books. We need to be a well wisher to them always. We don't need to spread any negativity about them, even though other people are spreading, right? It's not like that, in front of the face-to-face situation, you are very nice friend, you're friendly and all, and the moment off the face, on behind the back, you are talking negative about them, telling them they are bad, because eventually they are gonna get to know this somehow. You say negative about them to somebody, and that somebody knows somebody, and that somebody tell them, and they got to know, and it is not good for relation. Okay. Fourth, scheduled meeting and greeting. Invite them for anything, any project, anything new happening to your company, and let them invite you anything new happening to their company. So, scheduled meeting, right? Meet them on a schedule to schedule basis. Fifth, and that most important thing, even if you are doing all the four things, fine. But the fifth thing is honor all the agreements and the words. When you sign an agreement, when you give your word to them, honor that. Okay, and remind them always that I am honoring my agreement. You should also honor your side of the agreement. Okay, so that is also very very important. So what is the benefit of relationship management? Okay, we have very good relation and all. See, try to understand, when if you want to market a product, okay, at the time of marketing or at the time of sales or something, a lot of time relationship won't work. You don't want to purchase something, you don't want to invest in something where your relatives are working, right? You think that, okay, I want to do a rational thinking, right? Relationship had, is there a relation, is there is relationship or not, doesn't matter. But if you have good relations, corporate, there are two main major benefits is initial awareness campaigns, whatever you bring initial awareness, and if you have good relation in the corporate, so that relation can be used for your initial awareness. You can tell them you're starting a new company, new business, new product. Okay. So that initial awareness, they will always look into it because they are in good relation with you. They are looking forward to it. Okay. They are doing some initial awareness. Yes. Let's do it. Let's invest on them. Let's do something, some kind of association, something like that. Okay. Second thing is, these relationship people can be your early investor, clients or customer, because they know you. They can be your early, they can believe you and they can do the investment. They can be your early clients, early customers. So overall, we find out, if the corporate have a good relationship management, the relationship is well managed, the chances that they can market their product well in the market, well in to the users or the target market, is huge. Okay, so this is the end of the session 2 of marketing analyst internship. I hope you are enjoying this whole internship program. You need to finish the smart task 2, which is always there in our smart task folder, and we can start the then we can start the marketing session 3. Okay, thank you very much.